Can she talk about the things in her life from day to day? Will she have some music, quotes, news, rants, and more sent your way? Where's the podcast when you need it? It's here every week or two, and now you get to hear it.
Hello, everyone. My name is Zari Alexandria, and welcome to Where's the Podcast When You Need It, where I talk about anything and everything. This is episode 8. 80% there to episode 10. I'm recording this on a Friday, but when you are listening to this episode, it is a beautiful Saturday filled with nothing but good vibes. And with that said, let's get started, shall we? Guys, these past couple of weeks have been nuts. And I already have an episode title like, as of yesterday, because woo, doggy. Wow. I hope everyone is doing well. I've been super busy and stressed, but we will get to that very soon. I have a 5-day weekend, or technically I had the day off yesterday from school, but yesterday already happened, so I have 4 days left, but I have to work these next 4 days, so I really don't have a break. I have to go to work in a few hours. I have some homework I need to do, so I'm going to do this episode as fast as possible, but knowing me, that's not gonna happen. I have not found a fact ahead of time because I'm very bad. Oops. I'm looking at facts, but I'm going to save that fact for later. It's a plant fact, and we already did food too much. These are boring. I want to do a fact, though. I need a fun fact. The reason why I do facts is because I like learning random stuff. Like, all the time. Especially when I was little. I loved just reading about random things. Because I ask a lot of random questions. So I got, books about just weird facts and everything. And I actually read them. Too bad I don't have that much time. Okay, this is the first one I saw, and it just threw me off guard. So this is from the factsite.com. And their first fact is banging your head against the wall for 1 hour burns 150 calories. Looks like I'm banging my head on a wall. No, I'm kidding. There's better things to do to burn 150 calories, but, sometimes when you're stressed, you just need to bang your head against the wall. Not happening. Sorry it took so long to find a fact. Wow. I will hopefully become more prepared for next week. Yes, there is most likely going to be a podcast episode next week, but not the week after because that's Black Friday and I'll be out of town. Yeah, I'm going to have an episode out next week. So I don't want to go 2 weeks without doing anything. That would be bad. My music. Guys, The Ghost is Disappearing is out everywhere you get music. It's on iTunes, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, it's on Amazon Music, it's on Google Play. Guys, it's even on TikTok. It's on TikTok. Well, it should be on TikTok. I set it up to where it would be on TikTok because I just thought that was hilarious. If you Shazam it, it should pop up. And also, if you have an iPhone, you should be able to say, "Hey Siri, play The Ghost is Disappearing" by Zari Alexandria. Oh no, my Siri went off. Did it work?
Here's The Ghost is Disappearing by Zari Alexandria.
I'm a ghost. Somehow I'm getting ghosted.
That's amazing. I forgot my phone was right there. I'm dumb. But see, it works. This is proof it works. And I think you should be able to post it on Instagram stories too. Yeah, just play the song anywhere you go. Yeah. And also, there might be a music video coming out soon. It may not already be recorded and edited because your girl is a boss and can finish stuff really quickly. Just putting that out there. Hopefully, there's. I have a plan for music releases next year. There won't be any music for December. No Christmas music. Sorry guys, that's not happening. It's too much work. But yeah, I got some plans for next year, so be on the lookout next year. Now we're on. It's gonna be the longest segment ever. So usually I do song of the week and then week highlights. This is gonna be a combination. Last week, a week from yesterday for you guys, my lovely friend Sarah and I went to see Fredo Disco in Seattle. And boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, guys. Goodness gracious. Okay. So much stuff happened. So, okay. Where do I start? So, music of the week, I'm just gonna say, is just listen to Fredo Disco. Their music's amazing, and they're releasing a new song on November 22nd. So I won't be releasing a podcast that day. Wait, no. I'm dumb. I'll be releasing a podcast on the 15th and most likely on the 22nd, not the 29th. Okay, so I will be re-promoting the song anyway on the 22nd, but Fredo Disco's releasing a song called Never Tell You, and they played it live, and it was really good. And I've known the song for a while because I'm a hardcore fan, but it's a really good song. And also, so I'll be promoting a lot of music in this from the concert and just talking about the concert. Okay, so we got to Seattle. It was 4 p.m. We arrived. There's 2 people in the line. 2. I thought there would be more people, but no, there were 2. So I went up to them. I was like, hey, are you guys here for Tiny Moving Parts? Now pause. Zari, I thought you said the concert was Fredo Disco. Fredo Disco was an opener. Tiny Moving Parts was the main act. Okay. So I was like, hey, are you guys here for Tiny Moving Parts? They're like, yeah. So we're like, cool, sweet. We're going to sit down with you guys because we do not feel like standing. And they're like, actually, we're here for Fredo Disco. We're like, yes, we have found our people. Their names are Kate and Ash. They are probably not listening to this episode. I'd be very surprised if they do. I do follow them on, I follow Kate on Twitter and Ash on Snapchat. So they could be listening to this. If so, hi guys. But it's very unlikely. But they were very nice. They're from Canada. They went all the way from Vancouver to Seattle to see Fredo because the Vancouver show was 19 up, because 19 is the legal drinking age for Canada, so it's basically we don't want any children here type of deal. So we were just in line with them, playing Uno, talking, just having a good old time. And no one showed up in the line until 5:30. It was just us for an hour and a half. So then I thought, man, are we in the wrong line? But then I walked around because I needed to stretch anyway. And I was like, oh, there's literally no one here. This is the only line. Wow. So yeah, no one showed up until 5:30, which I was like, and those people that showed up at 5:30 were there for VIP. So when they left, there was no one there anymore until 6 o'clock when normal people started showing up, like my friend Peyton, who actually introduced me to Fredo Disco. So shout out Peyton. Actually, when we were in line, there was a dog walking by, and I don't like dogs. So I tried to move my leg over so the dog wouldn't jump on me or anything. I was like, oh, wait, I will wave to dogs. I'm like, hi, dog, hello, hi. But if they even get close to me, I start freaking out because I don't want them to jump on me. And this dog was so close, so I leaned over, and then I don't know how my leg was, but I got a Charlie horse, and I almost cried, guys. It hurt so bad. And then Ash and Sarah had to, like, help me up and help me stretch my leg. Ah! We're not even at the juice of the story yet, but like that was just funny. Hold on, my mic is like being spastic right now. Hold on. Test, 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 test. Okay. It shouldn't sound like I'm screaming anymore. I'll just fix the volume in post. But yeah, they helped me with my Charlie horse, so that was nice. Okay, so 6 o'clock, people started showing up. I thought the show started at 7 and doors open like at 6. But when the ticket said 7, it meant doors open at 7. So literally, we could have showed up at 6 o'clock and been in the same spot. Which is ridiculous. But, you know, everything happens for a reason. Oh, I'm sorry. I have notes for what happened because it happened a week ago and I didn't want to forget anything. So I'm just looking at what I put. So there's like a little pole thing at the venue we were at, and there was 2 birds on top. And we were just chilling in line, and the birds were like, they looked like they were sleeping because their heads were tucked in. I guess that's how birds sleep, and it was weird. And Peyton was freaking out because she doesn't like birds. And the birds looked creepy anyway because they were sleeping and their heads were gone. But then the guy who worked at the venue, who was like keeping an eye on the line and was going to do like security stuff when the doors open, he was like, hey guys, you might want to move because those birds are like, they might poop on you. And we're like, oh shoot. So people were like moving back or moving forward to where like the birds weren't gonna poop on them. And the guy was like, yeah, no one wants to have a crappy night. He didn't say crappy, he said the S word. But I was like, aha, knee slapper. Oh, this guy got jokes. And sure enough, like 5 minutes later, one of the birds did poop. So that could have been someone's head. Okay, so we were still waiting in line. It was very cold. Sarah and I were like playing a game, like finish the lyric. Because I was bored and I needed time to pass. Because I was bored and cold and I just wanted to go inside. But then finally 7 o'clock came and the doors opened. And I was like, yes. I'm going to have a good time at this concert. I'm with Sarah. I'm with Peyton. I'm going to see Fredo Disco. I'm going to meet them at their merch booth because they've been telling people on Twitter and Instagram that they're doing free meet and greets at their merch booth. Score! Right? So I go inside and they're like, are you under 21? I'm like, oh, I don't think I'm over 21. Like, do you see my face? I look like I am 12. So, yes, I'm under 21. So they gave me like the stamp thing and like a Tweety bird. I think that's what the bird's called. And I go inside and they say, go this way. And it's like this barricade thing. And I was like, wait a minute. I got here super early. Why can't I be in the middle where everyone else is? But then I saw Kate and Ash and Sarah. I was like, guys, how come we can't go to the middle? Oh, because we're under 21, so we can't go in the middle because that's where the alcohol is. Okay. First of all, I get that the venue is also a bar, but you stamped us, so if you try to get alcohol, you could just ask for our stamp. And 2, when people get alcohol, you should usually just ask for ID. So why are you blocking off people that are 20 and under when you can just look at the stamp or get their ID? It frustrates me. Okay, but here's the worst thing. Well, since the doors open at 7, the show didn't start until 8. So So I was like, oh crap, I thought we'd be out of here earlier, but no. And plus there's 2 openers before Fredo Disco opens. So I was like, oh crap. And Sarah has a car curfew, so I was like, crap, we are screwed. So so she was stressing out over that. I was stressing out over this 21 under thing. And the main reason why I was stressing out over this 21 under thing was because Fredo Disco's merch booth was in the 21 plus section. Think about that for a second. I think almost all the people in the 20 under section were there for Fredo. Because I saw merch and people were talking about Fredo and the band. And we couldn't go get merch. Even with an adult, we couldn't get merch. So I had Peyton's partner's mom get me merch. I just gave her the money and said, hey, can I get a hoodie? And by the way, the hoodie is very cute and it was super expensive, but I will be wearing it a lot because it's adorable. And I love that band with all my heart. But I was like, are you kidding? I almost sobbed, guys. I was like, how am I supposed to meet them if their merch booth is in the section I am forbidden to go into? And then Sarah's like, are you okay? I was like, honestly, no. I'm literally about to sob right now. But it's fine. Tears are in my eyes. I was so upset. I had gifts for them. I wanted them to sign a paper that I pre-set up. And I was like, I was still upset over this, guys. Okay. But there's hope. I was really sad, but there was hope. Because at the merch booth, I saw the man, the myth, the legend, not Fredo, but Michael Mangan. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Mangan? It's Mangan, so it's probably Mangan. But he is a longtime friend of Fredo. They did songs together on YouTube a couple years ago. They did a mini EP together. Michael had this thing called Mike and Absolutely No One Else. Fredo wrote a song about Michael called Hey Mike, I Miss You Man. I don't know if I think it's about Michael and other things. Yeah, that's more accurate. But I saw him at the merch booth. He was manning the merch booth. He was going to play with the band because he's part of the touring band. I think he plays rhythm guitar. That sounds about right. I think it's rhythm guitar. But I saw him on his phone. I was like, I have the greatest idea known to man. Get it? But because he was on his phone, I was like, okay, he's probably scrolling through social media waiting for people to go to the merch booth. I have an idea. So I went on Instagram, looked up his ad, and messaged him. Actually, I'm going to pull up the message right now. I have to find it. But I literally, guys, I thought I was a genius. This podcast is going to be very long. Yeah, Michael Mangan. Currently on tour with Fredo Disco. Alright, I'm trying to pull up the message. I message a lot of people. I need to clear these out. Oh, so I said, hey, I'm at the show right now, and I think I see you at the merch booth. But I couldn't really tell if it was him or not, because one, it was dark, and two, I knew he was in the band, but I didn't know he was going to be at the merch booth. I was like, I think, playing it safe. I can't go over there since I'm under 21, and I want to meet you and the rest of the band. Spoiler alert, I didn't meet Michael. But notice how I say I didn't meet Michael. Here's hope. Is there anything you guys can do? And then Michael says, yes, not currently, but we'll be out and about meeting people after our set. To be honest, I had no idea this was a 21 and up area. I got you, don't worry. So after this, I freaked out, told Sarah, and told the rest of the section, and people were like, thank you so much. Like, we really appreciate it. Like, oh, that was such a good idea. Like, I'm so clever. So I guess Michael told the rest of the band. And also a thing, just want to point out, Fredo is 19. Think about that. Technically, he can't be in the 21 plus section, but because he is part of the lineup, he can. But technically, he can't either. So I think when he heard about it, he was like, "That's the stupidest thing ever. I'm not even 21." Or all right, we'll figure out something. So, I helped a lot of people, including myself. So that was great. So everyone was happy, and then 8 o'clock, the show finally started. The first band is called The Requisite. Sarah, please say that I said that word right, because I didn't say it right last week. That's for sure. I said like requisite. I don't know. Boy, but they're actually a Seattle-based band, so they're just performing because they got invited to play the Seattle show, and they were really good. I'm really scared about opening bands unless I'm there or I know the opening band, or in that case last week I was there for the opening band. But they were really good. I was heckling so much. So dumb. But because it's a small show, I was just taking chances. And the guitarist, after one of their songs, he was like, "Thank you." And I yelled, "You're welcome." And the whole 20 under section started laughing. And he's like, "I don't know what you said, but I really appreciate it." And I started laughing even harder, and everyone's just looking at me and just rolling, like, "Oh my goodness, you are insane." And then they played some songs. Actually, I downloaded both their EPs. I haven't listened to their first EP, but there's these songs. Two of the songs they played, called "Walk Away" and "DNR." So good, especially DNR. DNR was just like, man, this song's super good. So yeah, listen to them. They're pretty great. And then at the end, the lead singer was like, "Let's get drunk." And then I yelled, "We can't," because we're the 20 because we're at the 20 under section. And then then the lead singer was like, "Stay in school, do your homework, and drink lots of water." And everyone was like, "Yeah." The 21 plus section hated me. I could tell. They kept staring at me like, this girl is nuts. I was having a good time. And, key thing. So, in order to get to the 21 plus section from backstage, you have to walk through the 20 under section and then go around to the 21 plus section. So the band was going through and we were all like, "Woo, woo, 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 woo." And the lead singer was like, "I just wanted to thank you guys. You're like dancing along and jamming, and I really liked it. Like, great, awesome, woo." And everyone was like, "Yeah, you were good. It was so good." Yeah, so that was fun. Yeah, listen to DNR by the Requisite. It's so good. And Walk Away. So the next opening band was Standards, and I had no idea what to expect from these two. So it was a guy playing the guitar and then a girl on drums. And I was expecting the regular band, but no, they only play instrumental music. I didn't expect it at all, but they played instrumental music. That was it. But my thing is, I like lo-fi music when I'm like doing homework and stuff because I can't listen to lyrics if I'm doing English homework or if I'm doing any other homework that involves writing. I can listen to regular music if I'm doing math because that's just numbers. But yeah, I listen to a lot of lo-fi music. But because their music is instrumental, that means I could listen to it now when I do homework. And there was a couple good ones. There was, what was it called? Hold on, I'm looking. Hammerhead Shark and Pineapple were my favorites. Yeah. Hammerhead, shark, and pineapple. Yeah, those are good. That's like their theme. It's like water and fruit. And honestly, it's very different and very cool. The guitarist was hot. The drummer was super pretty. So 10 out of 10. But seriously, their music is like I didn't expect it. Oh, and the guitar player is super good at playing the guitar. Like he was doing some weird stuff. He was like I was like, whoa, calm down, buddy. So yeah, that was fun. And then there was Fredo. Okay, hold on. We're going to take a brief intermission because I'm already at 25 minutes and I only set this up to be 35 and I think I'm going to go over. So, give me just a second. Okay, I'm back. I put it to 45. I'm not letting myself go over 45. Sorry this episode's long, but I have a lot to talk about with the show, and I still have to do the quote and good news and talk about the rest of my week, which is really boring, but there's one other thing I want to talk about. Okay, so where was I? Oh, yes, Fredo. So, Fredo Disco was about to come on. They had to set up for playing. The first person that walked out was Aiden, the bassist, and I yelled, "Yeah, Aiden!" And everyone just went, "Whoa!" He's just like, "Hi." And then Max went out. He's the lead guitar, and I was like, "Yeah, Max, woo!" Basically, I was just yelling everyone's name and laughing, and everyone's just like, "Woo, woo!" And then, my boy Colin came out from backstage, and when I saw him, I like went, I love Colin so much. Sorry, my voice is shot. And my voice is always shot, honestly. But, okay. Oh, one more thing I forgot. I didn't write this down. But Colin walked by the line while we're still in line. And it didn't, like, it took my brain a second to realize that was Colin. And I freaked out. I was going to say, "Hi, Colin." But I was like, oh my god, that was Colin. So, yeah, that was fun. But I saw Colin, I was like, "Yeah, Colin." And then Colin walked out with the Winnie the Pooh onesie. I was like, what's going on? But the day before the concert was Halloween, and they didn't have a show, so I was like, oh, that's why. But, Fredo wasn't allowed to go on stage, because, I mean, Fredo was the main actor. Well, we're like, ah! And then Michael was on stage because he was finishing up at the booth and then, like, running over. But they were, like, setting up, and we're just like, woo, 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 woo. And then the show began. And then Michael came out with, like, some Harry Potter outfit, and then Fredo was in a Spider-Man onesie. It was beautiful. So beautiful. I'm still reading it. But yeah, I'm so sad. The fact that literally all, like, the 20 under section was screaming. Like, we were going off. And we couldn't even go to their merch booth. But when they got on stage, or yeah, the rest of them got on stage, Fredo, was like, "Oh yeah, there's a 20 under section, and that's the stupidest thing ever." That's not his exact words, but the 20 under section was like, "Yeah, it is stupid." And some 21 plus people were just like, "Yeah, boo, boo. Like, the kids deserve to be in the middle too, and go to your merch booth." But the performance, so good. I was screaming lyrics. I was, like, jumping up and down. I was having a good time, guys. My favorite parts, they played 9 songs. My favorites, Harmony Korrine, which is an unreleased song that they're releasing in January. But I heard the song on a live stream, and Fredo played it acoustically. And I knew most of the lyrics already. People were just like, how does this girl know the lyrics? It's unreleased. Hardcore fan and dedication. Burnt and Worn Out. There's an acoustic EP from Fredo Disco, and in the acoustic version is I used to think before I spoke, and now I just want to laugh, ha ha ha. But in the regular recorded version, there's no laugh, so Fredo didn't sing the ha ha ha, but I just yelled. Two other people yelled ha ha ha, and he was like yeah. So that was fun. And then Greens. Greens is one of my favorite songs. Period. So hearing that live was really good. And then my other favorite moment was Colin. Colin has his box. It's like a Cajun drum, I think. And sorry. Fredo told him to play the box, but he didn't hear that, so he just lifted up the drum and just showed it to people. And we're just like, woo, yeah, the box, the iconic box. And Fredo's like, okay, that's great, but can you play something? And then something is like, oh, and then he played something. And then they played a song. That's how Fredo Disco originally was. It was just Fredo writing the songs, playing acoustic guitar, and having Colin play the box. So that was good. Then they finished this their set. I was like, okay, how's this meet and greet thing gonna work? So I started panicking again. I was like, I know they're gonna beat us, but how is this going to work? So Fredo came to the section. Michael had to go back to the merch booth, so I couldn't have him sign my paper. I just yelled, "Hi, Michael!" and he just waved. So I was like, okay, that's good enough, cool. But Max and Colin walked by. I didn't see Aiden. I don't know where Aiden went, but they walked by, and I was like, wait, where are they going? And then Fredo came out. We were like, hi. And then he was like, okay, where can you guys go? We're like, here and outside. He's like, that's so stupid. Oh my goodness, what are we gonna do? He's like, where did the other guys go? We're like, that way. He's like, okay, I'm gonna get them. Be right back. So he went and got Max and Colin, and they came back. And then someone was like, maybe we could go upstairs. There's like an upstairs part. So we were just like, okay, let's go upstairs. And then we're like, I don't know if we're allowed up there, but sure, whatever. So they were allowed upstairs. This is the fun part, guys. I actually got to meet them. So I talked to Aiden and Colin first, and I was just like, hi, I love you guys. Just freaking out. They were like laughing because I was freaking out. And I asked them to sign the paper, and then Colin's like, you want me to give this to Max and Fredo? And I was like, yeah, go for it. Do it. And then Aiden walked off. I was like, bye. Sorry, my voice is so done. And then I complimented Colin's costume when he came back and gave me the paper. I was like, thank you. I was like, I like your costume, because I grew up with Winnie the Pooh. So I actually did like the costume. He was like, thanks, kind of hot, because it's a onesie. And I was like, yeah, onesies keep you warm. I didn't know what I was saying. But, and then he also said he liked the rocket I drew on the paper, because I didn't want the paper just to be like a plain paper. I wanted some decoration towards it, so I drew a little rocket. That's like one of their symbols. And then Peyton came over, said hi, and they were talking, and then Colin's like, oh, gotta go take some pictures. We're like, yeah, go right ahead. And then I walked in line, and then went to take a picture. Then I thought it was my turn, so I started walking up, and then Fredo was like, just a second. I was like, oh, shoot, look, I'm embarrassing myself. Sorry, I'm talking really fast, because I have other stuff to do, but I really want to tell the story. So someone else wanted to take another photo with, I think, just Max and Fredo. Just like, oh, that's kind of rude. Why not including Colin and Aiden, right? Yeah. I think I said Max, Fredo, Colin, Aiden. Boom. So they took the other photo, and then they're like, all right, next. And I walked up. I was like, hi. I started panicking again. I was like, oh my goodness, I'm really in front of Fredo. See Fredo. So, after saying hi and whatnot, Fredo like looked at me. He was like, I know you. Oh my goodness. Oh. I'm gonna start crying. When he said that, I was like, he remembers me. This was my first time meeting him, but I on Twitter and Instagram a lot, and I tweet stuff at him all the time. And a year ago, or almost a year ago, I recorded a cover of Space Date and posted it to Twitter and tagged him, and he saw it and he liked it. So he was like, "Yeah, I know you from Twitter." Sorry. I think you mentioned Instagram too, because I leave some Instagram comments here and there. It's like, yeah, I see you on Twitter, and sometimes Instagram. It's like, and you play the ukulele, right? I was like, yeah, I do. And he does like he air strums the ukulele, and I was like, yeah, I play the. That's me. He's like you're Zari, right? I was like, oh my goodness. He actually knew me, and then he high-fived me. I was like, yes, like I'm cool. Oh, and then I gave them my gifts. I gave Fredo a comic. He's like, this is the first comic we've ever gotten. I was like, it's probably gonna be the only comic you ever. No one really draws comics. They draw like fan art, but not necessarily comics. But I was the first one, so I felt special. And then their thing is T-posing. Like they love T-posing. That's really their thing. So I drew a little picture of them T-posing, and they found it hilarious. And the Max was like, "You look sad." I was like, "I tried to draw a serious face, but it didn't work." He's like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Yeah, some serious T-posing." I'm so awkward, but yeah, they were laughing and they really enjoyed it. And oh, I had the pictures laminated, but because I put them in my mini backpack, they kind of creased. And then Fredo was like, "I don't want to." He was like, "And you laminated these? I don't want to ruin them." I was like, "They're already folded. You're fine. I just want to protect them as much as possible." He's like, oh, "Okay." I don't have pockets either, so I'll just put it to the side. Hopefully he remembered to pick them up, or else I'll be very sad. But if not, at least he saw it. At least he saw the comic, and at least the whole band saw the drawing. It's fine. And so I took a picture. Shout out Sarah for being the camera woman. I took a picture with them. It was super dark. The flash took forever. It's probably my fault. They probably couldn't see me. Anyway, so then I asked if I could give them all a hug, and they're like, "Yeah, of course." I hugged them one by one. I hugged Aiden, I hugged Max, and then Fredo gave me a big hug. I was like, I'm gonna start crying. He was like, keep tweeting at me, keep posting stuff. Like I see it, I see the support. Just keep going. I was like, yeah, of course I will. And then I gave a hug to Colin. He was like, it's really nice meeting you. I was like, it was nice meeting you too. And then I turned around and I just instantly started crying. But and when they hugged, Fredo and Colin hugged me. They're like, "Yeah, that's some nice merch," because I was wearing the hoodie. They're like, "Yeah, nice merch. Wonder where you got that from." I was like, "Yeah, I have no idea." And then the next day, the same night, I posted the photo of me with them, and then the next day, Fredo retweeted it and reposted it on his Instagram story. So that was my experience meeting Fredo Disco. Sorry, that was a very long story, but I literally haven't told anyone about the concert because I just wanted to save it all for the podcast. So I still have a little bit of time left to finish this out. The past couple weeks, other than the concert, have been really boring and just me doing schoolwork and work at my job. They gave me more hours because I can't work during Thanksgiving because I won't be here. So my boss is nice and gave me more hours. Actually, I got called in on Wednesday and I accepted it even though I had a conference for school. So that was hectic and I'm never doing that again. Especially because I was working floor and I hate working floor. But hey, extra money and I needed it. Then yesterday, this is the failure part of the title. The title's called Fredo and failure. Yesterday, I took my driving test to get my license, and I didn't finish the test because I can't parallel park. Zari, can't you just get points off for not being able to parallel park? Well, guys, I freaked out because I couldn't parallel park, and I tried pressing on the gas a little bit to like shift my wheel, and I accidentally floored the pedal, and the instructor had to press on the brakes, which is an automatic test over. I sobbed right there in the car. And the instructor, I did all my drives with him. So like he knows me well. And he felt so bad. I just started crying and I was like, I'm so sorry I'm crying. I'm just very frustrated with myself. He's like, don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay. You just test it. You can just try again next week. I was like, I couldn't even finish the test. It was one thing if I just did everything and failed. Like, okay, understandable. But I didn't even finish the test, so I was really hard on myself and blah blah blah. But I'm gonna practice this week and hopefully I take my test next Friday. So I just realized I take my test next Friday. I will try to record a podcast next Friday, but that might not happen. Depending on, well, my drive's at 3, but it also depends on how much time I have left. And plus, my mom has to pick up my brother from school, so it really just depends. If not, I will definitely record a podcast on the 22nd, so it will be out on the 23rd. So please hope that I pass, or I need a pass. Like, just hope that I get through my test this time. That's it. Yeah, I'll be practicing. This podcast is already super long, so I'm going to skip the it's not even an inspirational quote. Just skip the quote. But we're gonna end on some good news. I just want to say I hope everyone had a good past couple of weeks. And again, I hope I can record a podcast next week, if not the week after. And again, sorry that this episode's long, but I didn't do the quote and like some parts were rushed, but no one wants to listen to this long of a podcast. But hey, because people have off for Veterans Day, now you have something to listen to on Veterans Day. If you don't have time to listen to it on Saturday, November 9th, you can listen to it on November 11th or whenever you want to listen to this podcast. You don't have to listen to it when I tell you to listen to it. Okay. Oh, wait, that's cute. Yeah, I usually do like inspirational ones, but this one just says laughs. And I think I need a laugh after failing my driver's test. Okay. You can now get directions from the Cookie Monster thanks to Navigational App's new voice option. And there's a photo that says voice recorder, record new voice. And then you have English, all these English options. There's Jane, Amy, boy band, Nathan, Randy, and Cookie Monster. Me want cookies. And good directions. As a means of celebrating the Cookie Monster's birthday on November 2nd, the WAZE Navigational App has just released a new Cookie Monster voice option. Sorry, I'm checking time. Oh no, I'm really running low on time. We're going to put that a little bit up. Okay, continuing. The company used a short cartoon video of the Sesame Street character riding in a car to announce their new voice feature on Twitter earlier this week. Or, I guess, last week. Why did they give me this today if it was from last week? Okay, it's fine. November 2nd was Cookie Monster's birthday, so we've brought his voice and mood. Wait, when was this posted? No, it was posted today, but this happened last week. Okay. No, Cookie Monster's birthday was last week, but they got the Cookie Monster in the app this week. Got it. Okay, I'm smart, I swear. Use him while so we brought his voice and mood back to the app. Use them while you can, tweeted the company. Sure, cookies may be great to celebrate with, but this is even better. All users have to do is to get directions from the pastry-loving television heroes. Go to the voice and sound section of the app and select the Cookie Monster option from the voice directions menu. Well, I can't do that because I don't have a license yet. Sorry, I'm being very salty. Actually, I can't get my license until December anyway. But yeah, that's basically the premise. So if you have the WAZ, is it Waze? Waze? I don't know. If you have that app for directions, use it and get some laughs as you hear Cookie Monster giving you directions. That's insane. Okay. I'm glad I got to tell the story about Fredo, and I will definitely, if I don't release a podcast next week, I will still tell you guys about how my driving exam goes. And on that note, thank you for listening to Where's the Podcast When You Need It. I hope you enjoyed it enough to give it a like, leave a comment, and even subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, might as well subscribe if you haven't. You've just listened to a 46-minute episode, so just go for it. Check out my social medias at Zari Alexandria Music with some underscores, and at Zari underscore Alexandria on Twitter, I think. Yeah, it's in the description. I post a lot of updates and just random stuff. I post a lot of music updates on my Instagram and a lot of random stuff on my Twitter, so check both of those out if you want to. Once again, my name is Zari. I hope you enjoyed this very long episode, and I will talk to you again on a future Saturday. Bye!